Thank you so much for all of you joining us. Chef, with all your permission, may I go ahead? Thank you. Life is a cycle which starts with birth and ends with death. On this occasion of demise of late Dr. Chef Soundarajan, I'm here with a sorrowful heart to be a part in the sad moment of the family and friends of Chef Soundarajan. It is said, old go to death, but the death comes to the young. It is a fact which is most troublesome, and we will all have to bear the pain of the irreparable loss which is created by the word death. The object is not to forget, but to remember and to go on. Every occasion in the chef's world is going to be different from now on. He is truly going to be missed. I, Professor Annie Anjali Shaji, from the Department of Front Office at SRM IHM, cordially invite each and everyone to the Condolence webinar in loving memory of Dr. Chef Soundarajan. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. Psalms 34:18. Keeping this in mind, let us all walk through the lane of memories of Chef Soundarajan through a short video. I humbly request for the video to be played.
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true. You walk alone. Oh, how far you are from home. Morning air, oh, truly believe and you will find your May it be the shadows call will fly away. May it be you journey on to light the day. When the night is overcome, you may rise to find the sun. Morning air, oh, truly believe and trust.
humbly request you all to hold back a moment and close your eyes to pay respect to our beloved chef, Soundarajan. Thank you. Now I call upon Chef Manjeet Gill, President of Indian Federation of Culinary Association, to share a few words in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan. Chef, over to you. Chef Manjeet. Kindly pardon the technical issues. I think he's trying to connect. Chef Manjeet Singh Gill, a few words, please.
I spoke with Chef Gill. There is some issue with his audio system. He is just coming in. Just 2 minutes.
All right, chefs, and then I call upon Chef Thomas Gugler, the president of World Chefs Association of Society, to address the gathering in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan. Chef Thomas.
A very great day to all of you. And with a very broken and sorrow heart, I feel really so bad in losing Soundarajan. Sundra was not only a very great culinarian and a very passionate chef, he was for me a very close friend and a gallant figure of the Indian cuisine. I can't thank him enough for whatever he did for all the Indian chefs and for the rest of the chefs from all around the world. He was a leader, he was a true chef, and he did everything with passion, dedication, and love. I was very shocked when I heard the message on the day by Manjeet Gill, and I had a talk in the night with him, and for me that was really a very big shock that one of our greatest leaders for India has been gone, and we couldn't have any chance to say goodbye to him and to really meet him again. But at the same time, I know he's in a better place right now and he will be taken care by God because he had a fantastic heart and he was an amazing individual. And at the same time, I am 100% sure that we chefs from all around the world will always remember Soundarajan because of his character, of his, I would say, dedication and his big heart for the culinary. I cannot thank him enough, and as well Manjeet Gill for founding IFCA and the greatest visits which I had with some of my colleagues from around the world while coming to India was always stunning and amazing. And definitely it was a very big part of Soundarajan and Manjeet who made that happen, definitely with all your people from India. Because as I always say, India is incredible. And putting this on top now, I have to say India and Soundarajan are and was and will always be incredible. And I just can wish him on his last journey to heaven the very, very best. And on behalf of definitely all the chefs around the world, which we represent as world chefs and as a president of world chefs, I can just tell you that we will always remember him. And definitely there will be something arranged for Soundarajan during our next World Congress in Abu Dhabi, where I will personally honor him on behalf of world chefs and on behalf of the entire board for his never ending and never, I would say, stopping ambitious to be a real leader, a real chef, a great hero, and a fantastic individual as a friend. Soundarajan, from my side, from my family, and from all the chefs, I just have to say a big farewell and a big, big, big virtual hug, which you will see upstairs there. And that's for you, my friend. Thanks for everything.
Thank you very much, Chef. Thank you so much for such kind words. Chef Manjeet Singh Gill is still trying to get connected to the audio. So I'm calling upon and I request Dr. D. Anthony Ashok-Kumar, the director of SRM IHM, to say a few words in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan. Sir, over to you.
Yes. Good afternoon to all. And it was very heartbreaking news when I received a message when Chef Soundarajan, Dr. Soundarajan passed away. I know him from the IHM time. He was 1 year senior to me in the college. The passion he had for culinary, it is unmatched. And I witnessed when he was a student of a third year, he did a pork carving, full pork live carving, and he did a lamb carving as a student, as a third year. As a professional chef, he did it and displayed in the food festival. And the food festival was witnessed those days by top leaders of the ITC hotels, Oberoi's and Taj and the ITDC. He never had any fear in this culinary, even the student stage. He did it very so perfectly. All the 4 top hoteliers, they offered on the spot job offer to Dr. Chef Soundarajan. We used to call him as a dictionary of culinary. Really, it's a very, his demise is, put us all in sorrow. And I know he has got a very good human value, and he respects everybody, whether it's a junior or senior, everybody. He was the same what I saw in 30 years back, and he was even the last I met him 6 months back, he was the same person. There was no change. It was a great loss for our chef fraternity. I pray to God that his family will be blessed, whatever the good deeds he has contributed to the chef fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I believe Chef Manjeet Singh Gill is still having some issues with connecting to the audio. Now I invite...
I'm here now. I'm here.
Yes, all right, Chef.
I'm here.
Thank you so much for joining us, Chef. I humbly request you to say a few words in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan.
Pehla kaun sa? Yes, I'm on the line now. Now I think. Yeah, I'm sorry to came a little late. Not late actually. The connection was not right. I couldn't get the audio. It is with deep sense of sorrow that we have come to condole the passing away of our honorable Dr. Chef Soundarajan, a culinarian, mentor, chef's career visionary, and former founder general secretary, Indian Federation of Chefs Association. and a towering personality in the chef's fraternity in India and the world. We left him for the heavenly abode on 23rd August 2021 in his house while attending the webinar of Netropropane and FSSAI. And fortunately, I was also with him and talking on the phone almost till 4:45. After that, I could not heard his voice or could not see him on the screen. He leaves behind him a legacy of quality of great professionals and leadership in chef's activity to upgrade the profession while sharing the skills and knowledge through workshop, seminars, national and international conferences. After successfully passing out from IHM Chennai, he pursued his career with ITDC, and I heard great memorable stories from my friends in ITDC about him, from his colleagues, and the chefs who started their first job under him. That shows how good mentor and have a good he was on the stove. As corporate chef in Mahindra Resorts, few years back, I got the opportunity to visit 2, 3 resorts and realized how difficult job he is doing, managing the world-class resorts in remote areas in India and far away from the urban cities, running the best kitchens which are well equipped in quantity and variety of cuisine and smiling kitchen staff I experienced in his resorts. I compared that with my job as chef at ITC hotels. I was doing such a easy job than him. I could reach in any hotel in 3 hours. He could not reach to any hotel where he used to go less than 1 day or 2 days. It was so difficult to go to these remote areas and to having a good quality of food and the chefs, the cooks down the line. I met most of them. They are so happy. The environment was so good, which he was keeping, and then only in the remote areas, his associates were able to produce such a good stuff, good food, and made the resort had a good name. And but even after such his heavy work or his schedules were so busy, he could give so much of time to IFCA. All what good work IFCA did, the credit only goes to him. He deserves the credit. His endeavor was to enrich the young mind to pursue a profession of excellence and commitment to the profession. Soundarajan, we salute you and promise you that we will carry your visionary torch ahead. I pay my respectful homage to the departed soul. I pray to God to give strength and courage to his wife, which is Selvi Soundarajan, and daughter Suba. May his soul rest in peace.
Thank you very much, Chef. Truly have spoken. I invite all the speakers to come forward and share their memories in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan. As per the agenda, the speakers will be called according to the alphabetical order. I humbly request all the speakers to be conscious about the time frame so that they have the opportunity to share their lovable moment with late Chef Soundarajan. Starting with Chef Abhijit Shah. Chef, a few words, please.
Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon and good day. It is such a somber moment for all of us that we have gathered and we have gathered to respect and his departed soul. I can't believe it that he is not here with us anymore. I had the opportunity to speak to him less than 2.5 weeks ago, where he had so much of enthusiasm and life left in him. He had so many things to say, and he gave me 2 or 3 tasks that Abhijit, please go ahead and, can you get these things done? As usual, I always said, yes, chef, we will get it done and we must do it. What amazed me was about Chef Soundarajan was his charisma, his leadership, and his ability to carry on together a wide range of tasks and managing a complex position like being the general secretary of IFCA and taking it to the world. I don't believe that without Chef Soundarajan's help, we would have been, as Indian chefs, as community, known as much as we are known today. And I think that Chef Soundarajan's contribution will be remembered forever in these matters. Chef Soundarajan is what I would like to describe him was a chef and will remain as a chef of the chefs, by the chefs, and for the chefs. I especially shared a very, very good relationship and bond with him. And my ultimate bond of glory was when we represented together at the Bocuse d'Or Asia Pacific 2018, where India won a medal for the best dish on a platter for the first time in the 30 years history of the competition. Chef Soundarajan, we are grateful to you for whatever you have done for the chefs community and for all of us, and we will really miss you very, very dearly. Please rest in peace, and I hope that your family finds the strength to overcome this huge loss. And our feelings and our heart is with your family. And I'm sure that they are as proud as anybody else, even today, for you being the chef who is totally world famous, truly world famous within the chefs community. There are many chefs who become celebrity chefs. They become very well known amongst various people. But you are a chef of all weathers. You are a chef for everybody. And we shall always remain grateful to you. And thank you very much for whatever you've done for all of us. And may your soul rest in peace. Take care. Take care.
Thank you very much, Chef Abhijit Shah, for your kind words. Moving on to Chef Andy Turbo, the director of World Chef. Chef, a few words, please.
I'd first like to extend our heartfelt condolences to the good doctor's family and also to the chefs of India and to the chefs that doctor touched around the world. Such news is never easy to understand or to take in. And when Chef Aurora sent us the news, we were in shock as we are now. I had the pleasure of meeting Doctor. I had the pleasure of standing by him at the congresses for the world chefs. And I also had the honor to be invited to Delhi a number of years ago, where I spoke to the Congress, but also most importantly, the young chefs. And what Dr. Soundarajan had done for the Indian chefs, but senior chefs, yes, but the young chefs was so important to the world movement, but also within India. We see the tributes on social media where people say, he was my mentor. He taught me. The first speaker, the good doctor, he actually told us he was my senior in class. And I think that is the legacy that Chef Soundarajan will leave us all with, and the way he has touched people and the way he has been able to reach out globally, not just within South India, not just with India, but to globally reach out to the chefs and touch the chefs around the world, to touch the white jacket around the world. I think we are forever in his debt. We will miss him greatly for his leadership, his charisma, but most importantly, his passion for cooking and the culinary industry. May his soul rest in peace. And we are thinking of him and his family constantly in this time, as we are for Chef Manjit Gill and all the chefs of the Indian Chefs Association. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chef Andy, for joining all the way from there and picking such a few kind words. Moving on to Chef Dhamodran, the C Cup resident. Chef, a few words, please.
Have a great evening to all of you. It's very sad to know that he's not with us today. I've been associated with him right from 1994. We started the South Indian Chef Association in 1994. That time he joined with us. He did a lot of festivals as well as competitions. We all joined together. We did a lot of things with the chef fraternity. He developed many chefs. Not only that, he also a mentor for many students actually. It's really feeling so hurted that he's not with us now. Very bad to say that he's no more. But in our heart, he's always there, and definitely will be with us throughout. And we're also wishing everybody, all the students, its best actually. And the Soundarajan has got a very good knowledge as well as the way he presented. Whenever he gave a presentation, it is very, very good. Actually, it's more informative. I always admire the way he presented actually. Whatever is a small presentation, also he make it so nicely, so actually understandable as making so interesting. And when I went for his death, I really felt bad that I'm not able to see him like that. So I'm really thankful to Soundarajan for what all he did to the chefs fraternity for the South Indian Chef Association. He was also a committee member of South Indian Chef Association. Soundarajan, thank you so much. You did a very great job. We're grateful to you. In this juncture, I'd like to pray and wish the family members to God have a courage as well as the boldness to sustain this. Have a lovely day to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chef Dhamu, for joining us as well as giving such kind words. Like you said, it's truly true that he's going to stay in our hearts forever. I believe Chef Devendra Kumar has not joined with us yet, so I'm moving on to Chef.
I'm there.
I'm so sorry, Chef.
Devendra is there.
Sorry, Chef. You could speak a few words in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan, please.
Well, good evening to all. It was a shocking news to hear sudden and untimely demise of our dear Chef Soundarajan. I share a long association with him and lots of memories, especially after IFCA was formed. As a person, although a lot has been said earlier, I think he was a great human being, good friend, compassionate, and very, very helpful. And he was very polite and, dynamic is his own style. As regards his professional journey is concerned, I think I would call him a very successful professional throughout his journey. And in few words, I would say he was a great chef, mentor, a leader, and a social entrepreneur. I think, besides being successful in profession, his extraordinary contribution to hospitality industry, and in particular, culinary world, is beyond words. What you need passion and enthusiasm to do a social service. It's just like giving back to society. I think the way he has worked hard in developing chefs, buddy chefs, and especially making India proud as far as Indian culinary excellence projected at the international platform, especially with Wax building up a rapport. I think credit goes to him. I've worked closely, ever since IFCA was there. But I think, as they say, the journey has to end. He's as they say, death is certain for the one. Death is certain for the one who is born, and birth is certain for the one who dies. There's a saying, so why express sorrow on something which is inevitable. In my opinion, Chef Soundarajan was an extraordinary human being, a professional. He's left behind a great legacy for lots to follow, and the industry and everybody will miss him. On behalf of Indian Culinary Forum, we express our heartfelt condolences and pray to Almighty to keep this departed soul under his lap and give strength to family and friends to bear this lap. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you very much, Chef. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Chef Devendra Kumar from ICF President. Moving on, we have with us Chef Dimuthu Kumar Singh from Sri Lankan Chefs Association. Chef, if you could share your memory with Chef Soundarajan.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
Can you hear?
Yes, Chef. Loud and clear.
Death is not the opposite of life, but part of it. I got to know Chef Soundarajan through another friend of mine, Chef Suresh Khanna, year 2005. Chef Soundarajan invited me to a demonstration at where he worked, Mahindra Hotel Group, year 2005. He had an ambition to develop culinary art in India. Since that time, we had a strong friendship that I never forget. He dreamed to take India to victory at the Culinary Olympic national team. And I hope his dream will come reality in the future. His leadership, organization skill, teamwork, and knowledge about this industry were absolutely incredible. We was a role model to young chefs in India. We will never forget all the support he gives to the Sri Lankan Chef Guild as a jury member. All the hard works he left with us will always be in our heart. On behalf of Chef Guild of Lanka, I convey my heartfelt sympathies to Chef Soundarajan family and Chef Association, all Chef Association of India. Rest in peace, my dear Chef Soundarajan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chef, for joining us. Next, we have with us Chef Domenico Maggi, Director of World Chefs. Chef, if you could spare a few words in remembrance of Chef Soundarajan, please. Over to you, Chef.
Yeah. I would like to say, first of all, thank you very much to IFCA for letting me express my feelings and be part of this celebration of Soundarajan's life. I would like also to send my heartfelt condolences to Soundarajan's family and to all the Indian friends from everyone at the Italian Chef Federation, all the presidents and members from Europe South, and of course also from myself. It was really devastating to hear the tragic news the other day, both on a personal and professional level. What Soundarajan contributed to our industry can't be put in words. His dedication passion, and hard work have influenced and inspired so many people. And his legacy will live on for many, many years. I remember our meeting fondly, and I consider myself extremely fortunate to have been able to have met him, and especially during the great, fantastic board meeting that we had in Delhi. And I must say that I also, in these moments, I learned a lot from him too. He was an example to everyone, and although he will be deeply missed, I am sure he will never be forgotten. I would just like to say and conclude, goodbye, my friend, rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chef Domenico, for such kind words. And to keep him in remembrance is such a great deal for all the Indian chefs out here. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you.
Next, we have with us Chef Harpal Esogi, a celebrity chef, who will be joining. And Chef, on to you for your moments with Chef Soundarajan. Chef Harpal.
I don't think he's there, Annie.
All right, Chef. Thank you so much, Chef. Moving on to Chef Manisha Bhasan from IFCA. Chef, ma'am, if you could speak a few words, your memories with Chef Soundarajan.
Thank you. Thank you. One didn't know that one had to speak on such a sad occasion. I mean, when we got the news of Chef Soundarajan, it was beyond belief. And I will only talk about good things and my personal interaction with him at happier times. When I met him first, it was in 2001 or 2. That was the first time we were having IFCA National Conclave. And Chef Soundarajan along with Chef Gill had come, and that's when Chef Gill introduced me to him, and I found him extremely dynamic. Very thought process was so clear that it's beyond words actually. And one saw that was the first time we held that Congress in India, and we had maybe 80 or 100 participants. I fast forward this to the last conclave we had in 2019, I think. And we had close to 1,000 plus participants, delegates, which were there. So that speaks volumes of his dedication to the profession. He was so proud, and he went that way wearing uniform. And I think our heart, it's a personal loss, I'm sure. Even for the chef fraternity, it's a loss that is beyond words. And our sympathies and our condolences with the family, his daughter and his wife. I have nothing more to say. Wherever Chef is, I'm sure he will take his meticulous detailing and good work and sense of fairness and play. All the best, Chef Soundarajan, wherever you are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Manisha, for joining from all the way. And truly said, he will always stay in our hearts. Moving on to the next candidate, we have Chef Mughab from Mauritius Chef Association. Chef, if you could share your moments with Chef Soundarajan.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Namaskar. It's been a very shocking news for all of us to hear about Chef Soundarajan. Chef Soundarajan, I met him first time in the first meeting of SICA when SICA was trying to blend to adhere to World Association of Chef Societies in GRT Hotel with Chef Sitaram and all the chefs. From that day, every year we have been doing something with Mauritius Chef Association and South Indian Chef Association and IFCA in Mauritius or India. Every year we had something. One thing which connect me and Chef Soundarajan was Ganesha. Ganesha is my best friend, and in his home, when he invited me, he has a collection, I don't know how many thousand of Ganesha in his home. So from that, we start talking about Ayurveda, and then we developed the first Ayurvedic cuisine in Mauritius for training in 2008. Before that, he sent 4 chefs to Mauritius for training because I didn't believe in the Indian cuisine we were having in Mauritius. So we said, I must bring the chef from India. We brought Chef Sitaram and all the chefs and bring them here every year. Chef Jugesh came and we started training in all the hotels. During his training, he came, his wife was to be alone at home because he's not often like all the chefs. We are not often at home with our family. We sacrifice a lot for our family and then we put our energy in the job. And then, well, I was saying what your family will do. Then they said they will stay there. They come there. No, I say it's better you all come together and then we all a very good time. During that, he wanted to meet the Vice President of Mauritius during the training. Every trial I tried, it was impossible to have a meeting with the Vice President. On the eve of his departure, somebody called and said, the Vice President wants to see you. In the film that you show, the Vice President is there and we managed to meet the Vice President. Among my meetings with Chef Soundarajan, we care a lot about the chef, but we never talk about food because we all are experts in our food. In our food business, we are experts. What we talked about is how to bring family harmony in the family, how to make the chef family harmonious, how to train people to be a good father, a good mother, because there's no training for that. I remember one time when he was here, I was a bit strict with my daughter, and he said, why are you torturing her? Why are you so strict with her? So yesterday I was talking to my daughter and I was mentioning that. So we were talking about the journey of the soul, about the mind. What is the instinctive mind? What is the intellectual mind? What is the superconscious mind? How do we connect to ourselves? How do we keep our family in a harmonious condition with her wife, who gets what she needs and what she wants? If the wife is happy, the Shakti of the wife will make you successful. If the wife at home is not happy and the children are not happy, we will never get happy, we will not get successful in the professional world. So we carried on working together and a lot of things together, from GRT hotels to make people realize that the work, because what we do is our work and our food, our plating, our competition, our everything. This is perfect. We are expert in it. But what we need to know, what is the food for the soul? For the body, we give all types of food. But for the soul, we need to start thinking about it. Chef Soundarajan and I started something. We have not completed it. I hope I'll be able to, with the support and those who want to learn about this, a lot has been discussed that we can bring harmony in the family to make families happy and to prepare family to survive harsh conditions like this one, like the family of Soundarajan with a sudden departure. How do we survive? How do we support? How do we keep the family of the chef strong, the chef who works so hard? We all love our families, and how we keep the pillars of the family, the lady, the wife and the mother is strong in the house to continue living with all the support of all of us. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I'll be here. I'll be sharing a book about this that I used to talk about chefs with Chef Soundarajan. He called me a month ago and we talked about it again. I was in Chennai one time and in 5 minutes, I sent a message to him. I said, where are you? He didn't know I was in Chennai. So he told me in the next 15 minutes, come to my office. Then we had to talk about this again, how to bring harmonious family of the chefs to be happy and successful, so we all lead to a very happy life. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. I'll be with the family to support 100% in this difficult condition and all the chefs of India and the world, because Mauritius and India, I think we call it the Chota India here, the small India. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Chef. Thank you very much, Chef Mogam, for joining us and share your lovely moments with him. We also have with us Chef Harpal, who has joined back. Chef, if you could share your memories with Chef Soundarajan. Chef, if you could unmute. Yes, Chef.
Yeah, everybody's able to hear me now? Okay.
Yes, Chef, loud and clear.
Yeah, okay, thank you for having me here. It is indeed a very sad moment for all of us. For a chef whom we believe that, we all used to look upon him. Of course, in my journey, I have met
Chef?
I think he got disconnected.
Yes, sir. We will speak to him as soon as he gets connected back. Moving on to Dr. Nitin Nagarel from HPMF. Sir, if you could share your memories with Chef Soundarajan.
Namaskar to everyone. I'm Dr. Nitin Shankar Nagarel, founder and General Secretary of Hospitality Purchasing Managers Forum. My relationship with Dr. Chef Soundarajan is just 8 years old. But in these 8 years, I realized that how simple, how talented, and how important this gentleman was. He was not just on the top of everything, but then he was available for anything and everything. I used to ask him and take his advice on certain matters, and he was available for relationship of creating relationship between the chefs and the other fraternity. He was one of the biggest pillars, which I would say, who got HPMF close to IFCA and also to SICA. I've got many mentors in this group, and I'm thankful to all of them. I really want to thank Chef Manjeet Singh Gill, Chef Manisha Bhasin, Chef Harpal Singh Sokhi, Chef Jogesh Arora, Chef Sitaram, and many of you who are here, who have always been a big support. This is sad that today Chef Soundarajan is not there, and the support which we used to get from him, his ear and his advice, he was always smiling and always available. I heard that he passed away when he was in one of the webinars while fulfilling his duties. One day, I would wish that I also leave this world the way Chef Soundarajan has left. My condolences, and I would want to wish rest in peace, Chef Soundarajan.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Chef Harpal Singh, I think he's getting connected back. Chef? Sir,
yes,
sir.
Yes, I'm there now. Okay, I mean, indeed, when I heard for the first time from Chef Arora that evening, I was a little shocked to hear that such a great soul has left us. Although I had very less interaction with Chef Soundarajan, but whenever I could read about his articles, read about him, read about what he was doing for the chef community, I was always proud about it. And I always felt that, yes, we've got a great leader who thinks about chefs and he's working for chefs. And yes, indeed, too early for him to leave us. We would have loved, a journey which would have been longer, but some things are not in the control of human beings. I stand by his family and by the community of the chefs. I wish that someday I also leave this world in uniform, and that would be the best day. Condolences to the family, and much respect to all of them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining back. I know even though there was a technical issue, you could join back, but thank you so much. Next, we have with us Dr. Pasupati from FSSAI joining. Sir, if you could speak a few words of Chef Soundarajan.
Dr. Soundarajan was a person who always brought many streams into a reservoir called the chef's talent. We always knew that the Indian chefs had immense talent, and globally the chefs had great talent. But particularly to the Indian chefs, he was always busy on bringing these streams and building beautiful bridges. I saw it live, building the bridges with FSSAI. And for the past few years, we were working very close. And he used to attend as many classes as possible with me. And even, like few hours before his death, he spoke to me, asked me, Doctor, can you share the latest notes on our latest class? And when will I get the certificate? And we were supposed to meet 2 days, that is on Wednesday. I was supposed to meet him. It was absolutely shocking and shattering. I never believed the news. Because we were working on something wonderful for the chefs. We wanted 6 integrated degrees for our young chefs, 3 Indian degrees and 3 international degrees. I wish that the Indian, chefs community, which has learned so much from him, will take his dream forward, because he brought the light of international learning and wisdom into our very talented and skillful chefs. I hope the journey of that brightness continues. That will be the fittest tribute paid to him. My condolences are with the family, and I share the sorrowful moments with all my chefs and the hospitality fraternity. And he has left behind a great legacy of young chefs in the country. Victory to them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pashupati, for joining with us. We also have with us Chef Rick Stephen, the Director of World Chef. Chef, if you could say a few words of your memory with Chef Soundarajan. Over to you, Chef.
The family of Dr. Soundarajan, Ms. Salvi and his daughter, you have the deepest sympathy from all of Asia and the many people that Soundarajan has touched. I will not talk about his well-known accolades, as they are better experts that know of his achievements than I do. I will talk a few words about the man. I met Soundarajan back in 2004 at the back end of the Congress of the Culinary Olympics. A quiet-spoken guy with a big smile. He introduced himself to me and we sat and chatted about food in general. No particular style. But what excited me more was his passion for India and the Indian chefs and how he wanted to push them onto the international stage. Soundarajan invited me to come to India to do training sessions with the chefs. This was his master plan to train up all the chefs. I had the pleasure to travel to India on many occasions, and most times I ran into this guy with a big smile. Yes, we talk chef politics, but we always come around to training, talking about training. The training events went further with Soundarajan when he entered the Bocuse competition. As his food he was preparing was great flavors that was a little over the top for the Europeans. So between the two of us, we toned it down a little bit. Chef Soundarajan was in Chennai when I did a competition presentation that went all day. I was amazed that the man of his caliber stayed to the end to encourage people to bombard me with questions about competitions and cooking in general. In all the times I've met Soundarajan, I never heard the man raise his voice once, except in laughter. So if someone was to ask me, how do I remember Soundarajan? I would say it in these words: a man with a heart bigger than India, a gentleman with extreme passion for the white jacket, a quiet-spoken chef whose vision for India he shared with the world, a man with a clear palate for flavor and profile, a father, a husband, and a colleague. We all should celebrate the great memories to have with in our own way with Chef Soundarajan. These we will cherish and keep in our hearts and our memory banks. And to my friend, may you rest in peace. Until we meet again, goodbye.
Thank you so much, Chef Rick, for joining with us and also giving such kind words about Chef Soundarajan. Moving on to our next, we have Chef Salim Fadnis from WICA President, who's joined us. And Chef, if you could share your memories with Chef Soundarajan, please. Over to you, Chef.
I met Chef Soundarajan first, say about 20 years back, when we were in the initial stages of forming the Western India Culinary Association. His zeal for networking and organizing the chefs movement was so strong that he actually flew from Chennai to Mumbai only to guide us as to how an association is formed and to guide us in that meeting of WICA formation. Later that evening, in a separate conversation, he mentioned to me, rather he shared his vision of getting all the chefs and all the chefs associations that were there that time in the country under one umbrella organization and take and represent India on the World Chefs platform, because till then India was not represented over there at the World Chefs platform, which he finally did. And he led India through those 20 years onto the World Chefs platform along with Chef Gill. Chef Soundarajan, you are a great educator, a great mentor, a mentor to many, many chefs, a great leader, and a visionary leader. IFCA will always be remembered as one of his lifetime projects, an unending project, and he will always continue to be in the hearts and memories of all the chefs who've ever been associated with IFCA. A big salute to you, Chef. On behalf of Vika and on behalf of all the chefs, you will always be missed. May your soul rest in peace.
You need to unmute.
Annie, you need to unmute.
I'm extremely sorry, Chef. Thank you so much, Chef Salil. Next, we have with us Chef Sanjeev Kapoor. Chef, if you could share your memories with Chef Soundarajan and guide us through the process. Thank you so much, Chef. Chef, over to you.
Thank you very much. His words echo in my ears as I speak, because we had just spoken 4 days ago. And he would not call me Sanjeev, he will not call me Chef. He'll say boss, boss. And for last, I've known him since 1984. Our first job was in the same company. We worked together. He was senior to me, and our batch, all of us, we looked up to him for what he did. Those were the days when in India, it was difficult to find educated chefs who knew their craft, who were good in their skills. But Soundarajan was different. Soundarajan was somebody who was not the ones who was abusing. Soundarajan was not the one who was throwing pans around. Soundarajan was one who would be always smiling. He was the one who was in his full uniform, and somebody who paid attention to detail like no one else. His documentation of everything, whether in a meeting, he would have a small diary, he would keep on noting down or writing down recipes, passing them on. There were so many things that we could learn from him. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to learn so much from him. But that's not a big deal, because what he did, he changed the way people look at chefs in this country. People can believe that chefs can be respected, chefs can be celebrated, chefs can rule the world from India as well. He brought chefs together. He showed them the way. He showed them a dream that can be fulfilled. He's somebody who I think has laid a foundation for so many generations of chefs to come, that we owe him, all the chefs owe him so much, that I think collectively all of us put together, if we were to say that what he has done maybe has not been done in the last 1,000 years of culinary in India. That was Chef Soundarajan. He was full of enthusiasm. He was full of zeal. When I last spoke to him, he said, boss, can you help me with this? I want to do this. I want to do this. And there were at least 5 things new that he wanted to do. He was looking forward to be Dean of the new Culinary Institute. I wish, hope and pray that he finds his peace wherever he is. We'll miss you, and condolences to his family, Soundy, as how we would call him from all his old friends. Soundy, we will miss you, my friend. Take care wherever you are.
Thank you very much, Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, for joining us, as well as for giving such great words. Like you said, I can see a lot of messages right now in the chat box itself, joining people from all over the world, giving the condolences. So that speaks the words that how hard he's worked in this industry. Next, we have with us Chef Satish Arora, a celebrity chef who's also joining with us. Chef, if you could speak a few words of Chef Soundarajan, your memories with him.
Good evening, everybody. I first met Chef Soundarajan in early 80s. And after that, we interacted on many occasions. We judged quite a few of competitions. And then I saw him developing from that time a bubbly boy to till today a dynamic professional, a very energetic gentleman, unlimited passion to make to learn people, to understand, make them understand our culinary word, to popularize Indian cuisine. This was Chef Soundarajan. He won many hearts in our industry with his contagious smile and helping nature. He contributed immensely to the recognition of Indian, my dear show, by the next generation of chefs. God bless you. My condolences to the family. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining with us, Chef. Next, we have with us Chef Srita Raman, SICA General Secretary, joining with us. Chef, if you could speak a few words of our dear Chef Soundarajan.
Good evening to all, and of course, I am in this forum, and I know all the chefs through Chef Soundarajan, to be precise, because I met him 22 years back. I was sitting with him, and he was the founding father of South India Chefs Association, as well as ICF as well. Chef Gill and together has founded ICF. And when I joined SICA, there were a very limited number of people, and his vision was very big. Like, I understood his vision, and I was working with him all along till now. And of course, he always mentions one thing. When we're sitting and discussing in any events or any meetings or anything like that. India is a sleeping elephant, Chef. We wake up, nobody can come near to it. Like, so that was his vision, and in fact, he has worked hard towards that to take India to this world platform today, as of today. And I was there with him and Chef Gill and a lot of senior chefs working along with them to bring all this some respect for chef white jackets in India. Like, to be precise, he is the person who has brought all the chefs white jackets across the country to be together through the Chef Association. And his vision was very big, and he really worked hard for that, day and night for that. And he has mentored us. He is basically a guru for us, and we are literally missing him. And he has groomed us, and he has passed on a lot of things to us, and which we need to take his vision to the next generation chefs. And it's very difficult, and he was very committed. He was a passionate chef. He never compromises. Whatever we do, he will tell, do the best or never do. That was his say to me whenever I am there involved in any kind of events with him. And of course, we are missing him, and very, very sad. And we are not able to really take this demise. To Chefs Association of South India, we were always with him, and he was a guide, mentor. He always guides us through the right channel, right things. And I have traveled with him to many conferences and many countries. And I learned a lot of things, a lot of interaction with him. And very simple man, very humble, and he respects everybody who is there with him. And very importantly, nobody can, even if somebody has met him once, they cannot forget him. And they were all shocked. So many calls I'm getting all along every day. And still we are not able to come out of this grief. And we pray God for his family to have courage to overcome this kind of situations. Definitely we will pass on his vision to the next generation.
Absolutely, Chef, truly said. Thank you so much for joining us. Next, we have with us Chef Yuri Michel from Emirates Culinary Guild. Chef, if you could share a few words of Chef Soundarajan, please. Over to you, Chef.
Yeah, I've met Dr. Soundarajan about 15 years ago. Our ways have crossed many, many times over the years, doing different competitions where we have judged together or World Chefs Congresses. But if I have to remember one or two special moments with him, then I think I need to talk about Chennai, where it's an honor to was invited for the Congress, or when Manjit Gill and the doctor invited me for the Heritage Foods Festival in Amritsar. I must say, during that time, during these two trips, I could really see what the Indian chefs led by the doctor and by Manjit, what they have done, what they have achieved over the years in India. And it was pretty amazing because we worked with Indian chefs in the Middle East for the last 50 years. But we didn't know really what is happening in India, what is the development going on there. And I really saw what they're doing. And one thing, every meeting we had, if we met in Sri Lanka or in Dubai or in India, wherever we met, we always talked about, after a while, we talked about training young chefs. I think this is what, from our side, the doctor will be remembered to. So, I'm sorry. I just, in behalf of all the chefs in United Arab Emirates and in behalf of my wife, sorry. Just our condolences to his family and all the chefs in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Chef. We truly miss him. And this occasion is to remember him and to carry him in our hearts. Thank you so much for again joining us with our chef. We have with us Chef Vijay Bhaskar, the Vice President of IFCA, joining with us. Chef, if you could just speak a few words of your memories with Chef Soundarajan.
Yeah, Chef Vijay Bhaskar here, and it's sad that he's no more with us. And I think I miss him the maximum because I know him from 1979 onwards. That's more than 42 years. So we studied together, we went to college together. But he was elder to me because he finished his graduation and then joined the college. I joined from school. So Soundarajan was always a great elder brother for me. He guided us from the college days. We could see his capability, his caliber, even in college days. Many of my batchmates are there in this homage. We'll dearly miss him, our batchmates, and then hard to understand how his family is going to cope up without him being there. So many words have been said about Chef Soundarajan: passionate, leadership. He's very diligent. He's a very fine human being. For me, he was always a selfless human being. He was always caring for others. He was always looking after others. So that had a small snowball effect in the chefs community in the country. No wonder so many messages, and my phone was ringing non-stop, and is still ringing in non-stop. So many messages, so many people miss him. He has touched so many people's life. And he has left behind a big void, very, very difficult to fill. But then I urge the chefs community in the country to step up. Please keep, because I owe this opportunity. I have a chance today to serve the chefs community. It was all due to him, because he's the person who always pulls me, you come and do this, you come and do this. We heard the chefs are saying so many things. So I always leave it to us. We may not have done it. But for Soundarajan's, the prodding and the snowball effect he had. So I urge the chefs community to live his dreams through us. I think we have a lot of responsibility. Him being not there, we have to carry forward his dream, and we have to carry forward and fulfill his vision. There are many, many things to be done. I request all of them to remember always Soundarajan and do the task. I miss you, dear friend. He was a great friend of mine. He was a very great guide to me, and he was always mentoring me. Even though we studied together, he was a great mentor for me. I really dearly miss him. I have no more words to say. May you rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Vijay Bhaskar. I'm truly, truly sorry for your loss. Thank you so much for joining us and saying such kind words of Chef Soundarajan. Last, we have with us Mr. Vikram Kota, the COO of GRT Hotels. Sir, if you could share your memories of Chef Soundarajan in this forum. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for including me in the homage to Chef Sounder. I'm not a chef, but I think Chef Sounder always included me in most of his events, and he gave me place at the podium to speak to the chefs, and I'm very thankful to him for that. My friendship with Chef Sounder goes back to 1999 when we opened the first hotel of GRT Hotels, the GRT Grand. He came in one day, and when we were opening our first restaurant, he said, let's do something together to launch this restaurant. And he brought in chefs from Goa those days in 1999. And he stood beside me, and for 1 week, he was there along with us when we did a pop-up
of Goan festival in Chennai, which was a big hit. As far as I can remember, Chef Soundar to me, he has always been a trailblazer. He was a pioneer. He had a mindset of an entrepreneur. He never spoke like just a chef, but he was an entrepreneur, which was very important mindset for a person like him, who was very dynamic, and he was taking India to the world. He was always a chef at heart, and he brought passion to his work every day. And I'm sure whoever interacted with him will say that his work always came with passion. He mentored many young chefs. I know that because 2 days back, before he passed away, he had sent me a message with a Eat Right India poster, which said #1 of monsoon, how to eat food during the monsoon. And I had a short interaction with him on that WhatsApp message. And 2 days later, Sitaram told me that he had passed away, and it was unbelievable. And I still can't believe that he's no more with us. And I hope that we celebrate his legacy. And we should not feel sad, but I don't think he would like that. And I think we should celebrate what he did. And we should take his mission forward. I was very fortunate to get very close to him when we went together with the Sika chefs to Europe. There were 25 chefs, and I was the only non-chef there who went along. I was given a chef coat too, and I was very proud to wear the Sika chef coat. And during that 2 weeks of interaction, I got very close to him. And I had several pictures, and I go through it. I was going through it the other day, and I was really emotional. And I think it's a great loss to the community, chef community, and to the country, and to all of us as a good friend. Thank you. Rest in peace, my friend. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vikram Kota, for joining us. We are come to an end by listening to the various shades of Chef Soundarajan. It is proven that he is living in everyone's heart. Let us take a pledge today to carry on the torch led by Chef towards the success of Chef's world. My sincere condolence on behalf of all who are gathered here and all the chefs around the world to the family, especially to his beloved wife and daughter. Let God be with you in all your future endeavors. With this note, I conclude and thank each and every chef who have joined today in remembrance of our chef, our great chef, Soundarajan. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you all again. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.